here we go. We have our very first match of today's World Final. It's JMAK versus VIILIPYTTY. Pre-bans are going out here. You can see that Chung Pong is getting pre-banned by VIILIPYTTY, and the Vanessa is getting pre-banned by JMAK.
Interesting choice of the Vanessa pre-ban. You see the Changpeng pre-ban means that VIILIPYTTY did not pull a Changpeng yet. I would have thought I would see a Sierra first pick. He goes for the Oki, so I definitely think JMAK will be reaching for a Sierra and likely pairing that with some sort of a Ganymede or something that can flex into all kinds of different drafts. It does not actually chooses to go for the Chiwu Gany instead. Very interesting, and I think that's to counter the potential Bastet and Ethnas that may come out of VIILIPYTTY. Otherwise, Sierra may lock him into a lower speed.
Well, Sierra's going to be drafted by VIILIPYTTY here. So he's taking that away from JMAK with one other unit after seeing this Chiwu and Ganymede, and that unit is going to be Savannah.
Yeah, very interesting. And JMAK actually instantly snapped picking the Han and the Beta. So he's going to have immunity up top, but he only really has one really heavy damage dealer, and that's Han. So that last pick by JMAK is likely going to be some sort of damage. VIILIPYTTY going heavy on aggression. Sierra, Savannah, Barbara. It's going to need a stripper of some sort or another way to sustain himself over the course of the battle. One or the other. Shan is not it, and that tells me he's likely banning out the Beta, and then trying to survive and 3v4 him because he may lose a unit off the bat if the strips from the Chi will go off.
Yeah, with the danger of having to get rid of that Beta now, it's forcing that Leo through. JMAK knows that that Beta is going to be banned out here and the Leo's going through. And it looks like the ban's going to be on the Han and the CR are getting pre-banned on VIILIPYTTY's side of the field.
Interesting here, and actually I really think this favors JMAK's side because you're going to see a Chiwu go off and Beta give this team immunity, and he's going to take down one of the Beast Riders, and VIILIPYTTY's going to be losing a unit fast, and Beta's going to sustain the team. So we'll see how that pans out, but I think this really favors JMAK's side.
Yep, it really does. And here we go, guys, getting into our first match with JMAK and VIILIPYTTY. We, of course, have this Leo taking first turn. Leo's going to be focusing down this Barbara first.
Yeah, and of course, everything on VIILIPYTTY's side's on Will, so this Chiwu needs to land, and it does land, and Ganymede's free to be able to S3 on Savannah here.
Yep, Seal Magic came out on the Savannah. We have Beta getting the immunity and the anti-crit up here. Leo still trying to go after this Barbara. We have a skill 2. I'm sorry, not a skill 2, but a skill 1. No, choosing to go with the skill 2 onto the Barbara as well.
And you see JMAK's going to be keeping up this immunity on his side of the field. And as long as he keeps up immunity, there's not very much VIILIPYTTY can do. And this Barbara's taking a lot of damage. It took a lot of damage from that Leo. It's about to take a lot more here. And JMAK's really going to be protected. There's not really much that's going to be able to threaten him in this game there.
That's right, Reset going out on top of the Ganymede. You can see that skill 3 coming out of the Shan, looking to boost up his team here. And the stun, of course, does land on top of that Ganymede. Barbara looking for the full strip onto the Beta and does receive that full strip.
Yeah, but again, speed buffs don't really matter here. Beast Riders do more damage with more speed, but everything is slowed down due to Leo. So VIILIPYTTY is going to be lacking a lot of damage. It's going to need some procs in order to be able to come back. Does get a proc there from the Savannah, which is a lot of damage it's going to be able to do.
Yeah, definitely a lot of damage for sure. Savannah's probably definitely going right after this Beta and continuing to go after this Beta as well. This Squall's not going to be dealing a lot of damage. We all know that is based off of speed, and Leo is going to be doing a lot of effect to that Squall.
And just like that, the Water Beast Rider is dismounted and it might drop at this point here. So VIILIPYTTY does not really have the ability to give defense breaks to JMAK's side, and that's a huge sleep onto Okeanos.
Big sleep onto that Okeanos with that Chiwu first skill. You can see the heal going out on top of that Beta as well. And still, VIILIPYTTY's trying to get rid of this Beta as soon as possible. Barbara going after Beta, Savannah going after Beta. We've got Shan going after Beta as well. Beta just with a little first skill here, trying to get rid of this Barbara as soon as possible. And Leo's going to be doing that.
Yeah, I mean, that sleep was massive. That Okeanos is not going to be able to do anything. And of course, we still have a Leo pummeling damage in, and VIILIPYTTY doesn't really have a clean answer to it. Shan does not have skills up, and Shan also doesn't do a lot of damage. And also, that Ganymede just proc was just massive as well.
That's right, big procs there, getting that Glansk on top of the Savannah as well. We're going to see that second skill coming out here. Could possibly be dropping, but with that glancing, may not drop the Beta and does not. Is this Squall going to be enough to drop the Beta? And it does. We do have a unit down for both players.
Yeah, we do have a unit down for both. Beta is gone, so no more heals, no more revive. But again, VIILIPYTTY is about to lose the Beast Rider. It's going to be dismounted here. Ganymede does have a sealed magic up, and again, that's huge sleep by the Chiwu here.
Massive sleeps coming out of this Shivu, landing that 2-turn sleep once again onto the Okeanos. Shan using that 3rd skill, trying to boost up here, getting some stuns out there. Savannah's able to keep proccing. If Savannah gets enough procs, might be able to finish off this this Ganymede soon.
Yeah, and this Ganymede might actually go down here because the game's ticking down, attacks going up. This Ganymede might not survive this, does not survive this. It's going to come down to Shan versus that Leo at some point in time. JMAK needs to get rid of this Okeanos because this Okeanos is going to do a lot of damage to both of those units.
Yep, that is right. You can see this Dot is on top of the Okeanos. You're looking for the Rain of Stone, trying to get a stun on everybody. Does receive that stun as well. Dot might be finishing off that Okeanos here. Savannah going after the stun up. Leo getting the additional turn as well. Dropping the Leo there. I think this is going to be it for JMAK for this round 1.
Yeah, definitely that's going to be it for round 1, and he's going to have one more lifeline left if he wants to move on in this tournament.
That's right. See the skill 3 coming out of Shan, and there you have it. VIILIPYTTY taking round 1 away from JMAK. We're going to find out, guys. You can see the pre-bans from last time, that Chungpong and Vanessa coming back in this match here. So it looks like VIILIPYTTY is going to have to deal with it, or we're going to find out that maybe he did pull one, but we're going to see right here. Chiwu and VIILIPYTTY are going to be the pre-bans.
Interesting pre-ban on the Vert, and this goes to show the homework that JMAK has done because he knows he has Chungpong here, and you know that's going to be in the draft. VIILIPYTTY also has done his homework because he's taking out Chiwu, which means that JMAK can't exactly Chiwu, Chungpong, Okeanos, which is a really massively hard counter to deal, or team to deal with. So good pre-bans on both sides, and again, I guess Okeanos is the contested unit for both players.
That's right, and JMAK's going to be taking that Okeanos away from VIILIPYTTY here. VIILIPYTTY possibly drafting Chiwu, Ciara, maybe even a Ganymede to avoid the double reset from JMAK.
I definitely think he has a choice. It's either going to be a Sierra, a Ganny, that type of style, or he's going to go more aggression. Looks like he's running out of time and double Beast Riders. He totally ran out of time there. And that's actually pretty rough here because now JMAK can go for some sort of survive comp. These two units are very weak into a Chungpong. So, I mean, very unfortunate that he just ran out of time there.
Yeah, definitely unfortunate. You don't want to run out of time, especially with how much is on the line here. Chungpong is going to be drafted by JMAK, one other unit, after seeing double Beast Riders coming out of VIILIPYTTY.
And I think we're going to see Sierra Chungpong exactly. We're going to see that because JMAK wants that speed lead. Chungpong's going to be able to strip for the Sierra, and it's also just the ability to give him a speed lead so that his last 2 picks can do a lot. We're going to see a Jemire, which is something we saw JMAK showcase earlier, and I really like this unit because it's a speed lead, and it also allows him to reset his own units. So lots of cooldowns. I mean, these are long cooldowns that he's going to be able to reset and recycle. So JMAK may honestly have to be banning this Jemire and going with it. And he goes with the Gemini Blution. I really like this aggression from JMAK.
Yep, bringing in that Gemini. And I'm not going to say Liebly, guys. I'm not. It's a CN. It's a Blution. Wrapping up JMAK's draft there. VIILIPYTTY with one last pick. I do like that Jemire pick coming from VIILIPYTTY.
And this is why we saw Vert pre-ban, because Vert would be a very good last pick. I think VIILIPYTTY needs to go with something to disrupt this, maybe some sort of a Leo or even like a Triton or something that would totally throw JMAK for a loop here. Because JMAK is penciling a ban on that Jemire. He has 2 AoE strippers up top, double speed lead, and he's got Okeanos and Blution. So either way, I think JMAK has an amazing cleave here. VIILIPYTTY's going to need some procs from both Beast Riders if he wants a chance. I think JMAK's going to take out the Jemire.
Correct unit there.
And he's going to take out the Jemire here. We're going to see a Chungpong open with the strip into an Okeanos stun on the team.
Yep, bans are out. JMAK with a speed lead. We've got a light HP lead for VIILIPYTTY. Appears this is going to be the draft that he was looking for. What we're going to find out is JMAK going to be taking this victory going into round 2. Let's go, guys. We've got Chungpong taking first turn, looking for full team strip. Does not get the full team strip. Defense break sitting on top of that Beta. Reset coming out onto the Shan. No, going for a rain of stones to sun up that Savannah and Beta.
Got to go for the Rain of Stones there. And actually huge misses on both of those middle 2 units there. Basically means that JMAK will be stunned by this Shan here. So that's pretty big miss there. And that's exactly what we see. We see that stun coming out from the Shan and speed buffs, which is also massive in terms of turn order.
Yep, a little bit of miss there as well. Only getting that stun on top of that. Chungpong Okeanos was able to resist there. Bombs coming out onto that Beta and does land as well. He's going to be detonating that bomb off. Ooh, dealing massive damage to VIILIPYTTY's team.
Yeah, and JMAK does need to take down this Beta here because this Beta does have the ability to heal and do all kinds of disruption. So he takes that out there, and he's up 4 units to 3. Shan's almost gone, so it might be 4 units to 2 left. And Blution does have an extra life, so I really like JMAK's spot.
Definitely like JMAK's spot as well. Blution's able to finish off the Shan. Shan drops immediately. Barbara looking to deal some damage to this Okeanos. Okeanos still looking super thick. Barbara's not dealing much damage there.
Definitely not. I mean, this is 2 units. 4, as good as the Beast Riders are, they can't take down a Sierra and a Changpeng. Changpeng is such a strong unit. That's going to be it. We're going to be going to a 3rd match soon. JMAK is still focused, but he really should be taking his time and thinking about that 3rd match that he's about to have.
Yep, that is correct. Bomb sitting on top of Barbara. This is definitely going to be it here. Looking to first kill this thing. And there you have it. JMAK taking round 2 with a very commanding draft. Pre-bans from last time. We've got the Chiwu and the Verti-Heal getting pre-banned.
Yeah, we're going to likely see the same pre-bans as the first match, and that's kind of what we do. We see a Changpeng pre-ban, but we actually see a Savannah pre-ban from JMAK. So actually chooses to change it up, does not ban out the Vanessa, may decide that he wants a Vanessa in case Vili goes with the Sierra first. I still think we're going to see that Oki contest. It's a unit that both players think is strong, and we're going to see some sort of a Sierra response, like a Sierra Gani, as we predict in the first match, not a Chiwu.
Yep, there's that Sierra Ganymede being drafted by JMAK. Really taking a little bit of time here. Looks like he's going to be drafting the Shan once again. I feel like JMAK's looking a little prepared right now after seeing that Shan. He was definitely nodding a lot.
He's definitely nodding. That shows confidence. He's got 2 options when Vili goes high speed here. He's got either the Han Beta, or he can go with some sort of a Vigor Molly, either or. I think we're going to see some sort of a Han Beta play. I think that generally is JMAK's style. We could also see some sort of a Jamire, also perfectly acceptable, but we're going to see if he chooses to go fast, and I think that's exactly what he's going to do. The Han Beta comes out. He wants protection on his team, and he also wants the ability to nuke a unit off the bat with the Han.
Yep, on better for JMAK. Vili wrapping up his draft. Looks like he's going to be taking in a Chiwu. See if this Chiwu works out for him. In a Tableau as well, wrapping up Vili's draft.
Yeah, so Vili does have to take 2 speed leads. Otherwise, JMAK will just simply ban out one of the speed leads and just outspeed and have the better control. So definitely makes a lot of sense. And also, from this point of view, JMAK has an option. That's exactly what he does. He goes with the Leo. He chooses to go with turn 2-esque type slower play. So Leo gets banned out, and we're going to see who goes faster, and I think Beta's going to take turn 1, and we'll see how the actual turns pan out afterwards.
All right, let's see if that Beta can get first turn. Maybe that Okeanos might get first turn here. Is JMAK going to be faster than Vili going into this game 3 with JMAK and VIILIPYTTY? Winner is going to be moving forward to the semifinals. Here we go, guys. And we have Barbara actually taking first turn.
Wow, that's a super fast Barbara. It's a 108 base speed, but actually does outspeed the 110 base speed of Beta, so that's huge by VIILIPYTTY.
Yep, Okeanos landing that reset on top of that CR as well. Not looking good for JMAK. Not at all what he wanted to see. The Rain of Stones coming out, stunning up everybody except that Han, of course. We've got a nice skill 2. Squall coming out, not dropping that Han just yet. That skill 3, dropping the attack bar on all JMAK's units.
Wow, that is a massive proc on that Okeanos, allowing him to stun JMAK's entire team. That might be the game-deciding play there, or proc, I should say. JMAK just in a really, really rough spot. This Han is not going to live. And he's down 3 units to 4 already, and everything's stunned up.
Yep, there's that Shan's 3rd skill, boosting up his team. Obviously, everyone's going to be stunned up there. We have Tableau here, going from a nice skill, too. No defense breaks coming out there, but Gani is going to proc here. A little bit of saving grace for JMAK.
Definitely needed that proc, but if you notice, Vili's units have speed leads, speed buff, so they're still going to move in front of that Beta. So Vili is still in a commanding spot here. Cooldowns are going to come back up. I mean, that Squall is going to hurt so much.
This Squall is definitely going to be hurting here. There's that 12k damage, dropping the Beta there. Vili looking very strong in this round 3.
Yeah, I mean, Vili looking very strong here. That proc on Okeanos was everything there, and I don't think JMAK was anticipating that Barbara being that fast. And so unfortunately for JMAK, I don't think he's going to be able to take this one, and Vili looks really strong and is going to move on here.
Scar was able to get a couple additional turn there, cycling a little bit of attack bar. Ganymede with just a 2nd skill that could go back onto the Ciara. Definitely not going to be enough here. Tableau looking for some damage on top of Ciara. Barbara with the poke damage on Ciara as well. Big Squalls coming out on top of Ganymede. Vili already celebrating. There you have it. Round 3's going to VIILIPYTTY.